Welcome to PNRShow, Season 2, Episode 13, Dawn of the Red.
I'd rather have a lugger than lie. I'll take a strong stout over Skye. I prefer to confer with a half pint of ale and live a long life till my private parts fail. For life without liquor is to no avail. So bring me lugger for life. I'd rather have lugger than lie. I'll take a strong stout over Skye.
Thursday! Come listen to this slam banging, this rip roaring, this pop and drop till you just can't stop in this best podcast ever to come to the internets. See the mud sling, the dirt fly, the hops co-mingle. You just can't buy low cost, low frills, and low quality entertainment like this anywhere else but right here. Bring your wife, bring your kids, bring your thirst, and come listen to a show tailor-made for those 45 minutes you have to spare waiting in the car between a dentist appointment and a prostate exam. The all-star beer crushers like Jeremy the Giant Killer, Gary Glitter, King Kong Keith, and ridiculously rambles on and on and on and on. Rob, it's your worst dream, your greatest nightmare, all rolled into a thick, chocolatey, pasty mess. That's right, live in an eye-blinding color, the Pint of No Return Show!
Hey, Rob.
You know, that is our target market. You finally figured it out. It is those waiting between dentist appointments and prostate exams. For you, it is you that we do the show.
That announcer gets better and better every week. I don't know we're paying. I don't know how much we're paying that guy, but he deserves a raise.
Let me tell you, he is worth every penny.
Yeah.
He's worth everything he gets.
Welcome to the Pint of No Return Show, your one-stop shop for beer, bros, and all things silly and inane. Yeah. We are a beer podcast, but so much, much more. So much more. Or, depending on your point of view, so much less. We want to thank Poxy Boggart, Stu Venable, for the use of his song, Longer Than Life, as our theme song. You can find him on iTunes or at poxyboggards.com, POXYBOGGARDS.com. We are live on Alpha Geek Radio. Hello, Alpha Geekers. We're on Channel 3. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors. You can find that at tunein.alphageekradio.com. Just find out Channel 3. We broadcast Thursday evenings.
Usually.
Right around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Our website is PNRShow.com. Email PNRShow@gmail.com. Reach out to us in many various ways, but careful with Keith because he's ticklish. Gary is at Always Breaking, Jeremy at Jeremy Brooks, Keith at Wolfman K, and I am at RebRob, REBROB. Ask us for a Google Plus chat room invite. We talk there all day long, and give us your feedback on the show. And do we have any feedback for this week, Keith?
Maybe.
Thank you for your feedback. Boys, how are we doing?
Awesome. We're awesome.
Great.
While Keith looks up feedback.
We took I guess
It won't take long.
I was off for sure last week, but apparently we took an unintended vacation from broadcasting last week.
Totally my fault. Gary and Jeremy were ready to go and apparently waiting around for me, and I thought the whole show was off, so I didn't show up.
Listen, Alpha Geek, that's why we need to be on salary, because then we won't miss shows like that. So I had an excuse. I was opera rehearsing. That's right. Houston Grand Opera opens Sweeney Todd tomorrow night, and it's going to be so much fun, and there is so much blood.
Are you the bad guy?
I'm in the chorus, so I'm all of you. I'm humanity speaking for blood and violence, and yeah, that's right. I eat pies made with human meat. So good.
Yum.
But they strangely taste like cherry, so it's okay. Anyway, so our show opens tomorrow night, and finally my long rehearsal process comes to an end, and I can get back to a more normal life. And back to beer, which is really the important thing. That's what we're here for. That's why you're here, isn't it?
That's why I'm here.
So let's look
Why
at this
not, yeah?
beer we've got. We've got another beer from the great state of Oregon. Ninkasi, or is it Ninkasi?
Ninkasi.
Ninkasi Brewing Company out of Eugene gives us an India-style red ale, or IRA, as I come to find out, called Dawn of the Red.
Now, this was a beer we saw on a beer article that we posted to PNRShow.com like a month or so ago.
Yep.
And this was of like the top 5 beers in the country or whatever there was. This was the only one we could put our hands on.
Oh.
So this is a extremely highly rated beer, if I'm remembering right.
Yeah,
very
it's a good one. I've had it before. It's a seasonal one, I believe.
Okay.
So because I definitely had it before.
It's listed in their what do they call it? Foundation.
Yeah, flagship series.
Flagship series.
Ooh, smell the hops.
An IRA bursting with tropical notes.
Ooh, I like tropical in my beer.
Mm-hmm.
Subtle malty backbone.
Ninkasi's good. I've discovered them, I don't know, a few years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, when we were going up to Oregon, and now they distribute down here. They make a really, really good single IPA and double IPA. So if you like those, which you should, I recommend finding them. But
This is a fantastic nose. It's hoppy, but I smell pineapple right off the bat.
yeah,
I mean, Keith, your nose is okay. I would describe it as fantastic.
yeah.
This has by this I always refer to this as myself. You know.
Oh, okay. In the third
This
person.
has a fantastic nose,
Keith has a
as well as and really a 5-star beard going right now. So.
Yeah. I looked this up on Beer Advocate before the show, and this actually has it listed as an American Amber
No, it's a red ale.
and a red
Which-
ale.
Although
Slash red ale.
it's pretty amber in color though.
7.0% alcohol by volume. So
And we got the big bottle, so we're all in for it a little
Yeah.
bit.
all right.
The pineapple is holding. Man,
that is really
my mouth is watering. I cannot wait to taste this.
Let's not
Even
dilly
though-
dally anymore,
Even
shall
though
we?
I've got this ridiculous head going on this mug.
Well, that's worth a picture right there. That's a,
I know. Look at that. I mean, that's classic. But I don't know how I'm going to drink it. I'm just going in.
absolutely. All right, here we go. Prost.
I'm going to come up on the video, all kinds of foamy. Here we go.
Ooh.
Oh my God.
I only have one. Ah.
I know.
But we can find it in the store still, Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap.
The last beer that I had this week was a red ale, and it was nothing like this. It was very good, but it was nothing like this. I want to hear what Keith has to say, other than holy crap.
What I have to say is holy crap. This is easily the best beer I've had this season. Wow. Let me take another drink to formulate my thoughts here.
Oh, and while he's doing that, I lied. I haven't had this beer. At least I haven't checked into Untapped before. I must have had something similar from Ninkasi.
I've never had anything like this from Ninkasi. This is
Surprisingly light, smooth, easy to drink, hoppy, but not over the top hoppy. That fruit nose, that pineapple nose that was so prominent, fades a bit in the taste, but doesn't disappear. It kind of just lingers as a background to what is just a fantastic beer. Holy crap, this is really good. Wow, anybody who can buy this should just go buy this. This is... we rated this on a 10, right?
It's going to start weeping.
This is like an 11.
So Keith just had a beergasm, I think.
I did, and I've spilled it all over my desk.
No.
I've spewed all over my desk. My beer from my beer foam. It's all over my mouth, and I just want it all to go in to my lips and my tongue. I love this beer. This is as good as Pliny, in my opinion.
That's being a little generous.
I don't think so. It's got different qualities than Pliny, so it is a little bit of an apples and oranges.
Yeah.
But it's as good a beer. It's not an IPA. It's not in the same, style. But it's for whatever style this is. This is the top of its game easily.
India style red.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with Keith on a lot of those sentiments. This is, I don't know, it's got a lot of IPA qualities, which is probably why I really like it. But it's got that malty backbone, like he said, that just really finishes it up nicely. And there's some really nice bitterness that comes like really, really late.
Yeah.
So I'm with you on this. I'm probably not going to go with the 10 rating, and I think I'll give it a 9. But it is probably the best beer from Ninkasi that I've had. And I do, like I said, do really like their IPAs.
The bitter aftertaste on this is like, the beer flavor train has left the station, and coming along a little after on one of those push cart things is the bitter aftertaste. It's way after.
That makes it for me, because you have
That's
the drink,
cool.
you set the glass down, and a few seconds later you're like, you get this whole other flavor profile coming through. It's just
Absolutely.
a wonderful finish, and it's got a really nice mouthfeel. It's kind of like the double IPA kind of mouthfeel.
Yeah,
it
does. It's kind
really,
of
really rich
and smooth. I really adore complex beers that are easy to drink.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna savor this one. I'm not gonna chug it down like I'm sure Keith is doing right now.
No, I'm in. I just had to chug to get through the foam.
Yeah, it's interesting that the nose is so much grapefruit and pineapple and tropical, but as you start drinking it, those flavors recede into the background, and you get the nice malt balance. It's a really well balanced beer. The finish is clean, but it's bitter, but not overly bitter. It doesn't linger.
No.
This is great. Really, really a good beer. I'm going to drink a little bit more before I decide on the score, because I'm kind of right on the edge of a 10. So, Rob, you want to go?
Oh boy.
Okay, I just had another drink. This is a 10.
Thank you.
This is so good.
Thank you.
I think we should go to the HTMH rules where you have to drink the whole bottle.
I'm guessing that Rob is going to play this down a little bit, but he's really actually kind of likes it. It's one of those things where he's going to start to rant about it, but in the end, he's going to give this a good rating.
I think he can't think of enough negative words is the problem.
He's speechless because he's shocked he likes it.
I'm with Keith. That's what it is.
75% of this show, of the hosts of this show, really, really, really enjoy hoppy beers for whatever reason. God only knows why. Because the hop is just a bitter, cruel animal, and it assaults the tongue with relentless puckertude and just beats you about the face with its nasty lip squeezing horror. And my history with hoppy beers has long been documented on this show. I don't like them. But Keith is right. Yes! Having said that, I have never. I will say this now. I sometimes am prone to hyperbole, but this is for sure. 100% take it to the bank. I have never had a beer that so well combines hops with its other flavors. The hops and the malts in this beer are blended perfectly so that the hops never take over and never beat you about the face. They're there, but the malt gives it a really solid foundation and rounds it out incredibly well. Jeremy's right, there are different flavor profiles just going through this beer constantly, even after a minute or so of drinking it. You just taste something new. There's a sweetness that comes up after a little while, and it's done very, very well. Of all the hoppy beers we've had on this show, this is my favorite that we've ever done, and I will give this beer a 10.
A 10?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa!
Wow. That's weird. I'm like the low vote on this beer.
You're the low vote with the 9.
Really,
You know what?
really enjoy it.
I after having more, I'm gonna do like Jeremy did and change it. And this beer is a perfect 10. So
That's it. This beer.
I-
This is the first beer ever to get 10s across the board from us.
yeah,
It has got something for everyone in it.
I know Rob doesn't like hoppy beers, but I know Keith wanted to try this because of that article that we talked about, and I was hopeful that this would be one of those hoppy beers that Rob actually liked, because red ales tend to have a little bit more complexity and a broader flavor profile, and that's not about the hops. It's more about that combination. So I was hopeful, and Rob, you came through. It's awesome.
When it's done right, I acknowledge it. When it's done right.
Yeah.
You hear that, Pliny? When it's done right, I acknowledge it.
Not only is don't push your luck. Not only is this just a fantastic beer, but I called the ratings from Rob, so I'm going to pull George Costanza. I'm going out on top. I'll be back in about a half hour to finish up the show with you guys.
Oh, I got a new badge with that one, and it's a hopped up badge.
So now let me just say that if I had a choice between this and a lot of beers that I really, really enjoy, I of course will order those. But this would be one of those cases where I say, for what it's trying to accomplish and for what it says it's trying to do, it absolutely nails it. Just absolutely nails it. So kudos to Ninkasi.
I just gave Gladriel the glass to try, and she was like, has a sip, and got this like really pleasantly surprised look on her face, and threatened to keep my glass.
Yeah, very, very good. Is he really leaving?
Maybe. He must have something going on.
All right. Well, there's no one to play our bumper music.
You can sing something, Rob. Come on.
Dun 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 dun. All right. In our pint tanking segment for the evening, we are going to preview Summer 2015 at the movies. We're going to look at the movies that are coming up your way this summer, and ask you if it's going to be a bust, a blockbuster, or somewhere. Oh, 30 minutes went by quick. A blockbuster, a bust, or somewhere in between. So, I know that Jeremy's going to kind of be like the.
I will be the malt balance.
Kind of like the Iceland judge at the Summer Games, but we'd love to hear from him too, because he does have an educated opinion to offer. So I'm going to take these films by date of their release, and just go through. And you guys tell me whether or not you think it's going to be a bust or blockbuster, and maybe you can even offer up how much you think it's going to do at the box office.
No, that's a stretch.
Yeah. So let's take a shot. All right. So starting off, May 1st.
Oh no, dude. But yeah.
Avengers: The Age of Ultron. This is the big one.
This is going to be pure awesome. I'm really looking forward to this. My daughter's 13th birthday is a week from today, so I will not be on the show. And they are doing one showing of that movie next Thursday, April 30th, at our movie theater, and we will be there, and I will be buying my tickets for it this weekend. This will be a huge blockbuster.
Yeah, the draft houses in the area are already set up their Marvel MCU universe marathons to watch every movie in cinematic historical order, all in anticipation of Avengers. Jeremy, what do you think? Avengers, blockbuster or bust.
Oh, it'll be a blockbuster. It'll be crazy. Not that it'll be a good movie, but it will be a blockbuster.
Oh, oh. Keith, what do you think?
I think it'll do well.
I think for two reasons. One, it's definitely still riding the coattails of the Marvel and Avengers series that can do no wrong. But its placement as first thing means everybody's going to want to see it. So it's going to do 500 million easily, I think, in just U.S. Once it goes international, it's going to be insane.
I was going to say 500 million. That's a failure.
No, U.S.
Okay.
U.S. 500 million U.S. probably by week 3. It's going to be ridiculous.
This will, of course, be the big hit of the summer. It's going to be It's going to be in the theaters for 2 months, probably all the way through to end of July. Easily. And most of the bigger cineplexes, it'll just keep playing and playing and playing. I predict it probably it's going to do. I'll say 1.1 billion worldwide.
Okay. I don't follow the
if not
numbers.
more.
I follow the U.S. numbers, so I will only speak to those.
Yeah, I think 500 is probably about right.
I think it could push 6. Because of the first thing in the May start, it could push 6.
It could.
And there's been nothing at the movies right now. I mean, I've been wanting to go see a movie, and there's nothing to see.
Well, there's Furious 7, which is cleaning up everything because it's the only movie out.
That's right.
Actually, I take that back. Maybe I'll make that a pick. Anyway, let's move on.
And the feedback so far on this movie has been nothing but stellar. So
yeah.
So anyway, we spent a lot of time on that one. Obviously, it's going to be the big one of the summer. But next up is, come on, refresh. Talk amongst yourselves. All right.
Hi.
Come on, dude. Refresh.
Just tell us the movie.
I don't have it. I have to click through the next thing. I'm going through there we go. All right. The next movie coming for the chicks. May 8th, Hot Pursuit. Reese Witherspoon and Sofia Vergara as criminals and dirty cops as they're pursued across the country. It's the female midnight run. Guys, bust, no pun intended, Sofia Vergara, bust or blockbuster?
For those of you that don't know, Sophia is on Modern Family. She's the wife. So anyway, it's a bust.
Didn't they do this movie like 10 years ago, and with the 2 girls that drove the car off the cliff?
No, more like 20. That's about 20 years ago.
That was when we were in college or high school.
Yeah, so whatever. It's still, the point is, it's been done. It wasn't a great movie then. It's not going to be a great movie now.
Well, I'll tell you. Yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I think this is supposed to be like a comedy.
Yeah, that was too.
Oh yeah, definitely a comedy.
What was the one with I'm thinking like an Eddie Murphy movie where he did with Nick Nolte or something like that.
48 Hours.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's something like that. It's like in that vein, but with women.
48 Hours is actually worth
No,
watching.
they're very talented actresses. Reese Witherspoon's an Oscar-winning actress, and let's face it, Sophia has 2 great big awards that she constantly shows all the time. So I think this is probably going to do some decent money. I'll say.
Are you referring to her Golden Globes?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it'll probably do 120 million. No, I'm sorry, 100 million, if only because it's an alternative for women to the Avengers.
So what you're saying is everybody who goes to see the Avengers is going to have to pay back the wife by going to see that?
Exactly.
Yeah. Something like that.
So
2 years ago, we had that with the. It wasn't the Avengers. It was another blockbuster. I can't remember off the top of my head. But in exchange, I went with my wife to see the Melissa McCarthy, Sandra Bullock movie.
Oh my God! Oh
yeah,
my God.
yeah. So this is that. This is that movie. That's what it is.
This will be better than Heat. Heat was just awful.
So yeah, I think it's gonna be a bust.
I don't think it's going to do 100 million. It's going to be a bust.
This is going to get like a 60%.
Stop in the mid-90s.
This is going to be 60% Rotten Tomatoes, but the audience score is going to be like 80%.
Right. It'll make some bucks as an Avenger alternative. All right, May 15th. Here we go.
Oh my God.
Mad Max, Fury Road.
Blockbuster, baby.
Now, this will not do Avenger numbers, of course, but I think it will probably... It'll make at least 200 million U.S. and probably about 450 to 500 million world. It'll make a lot because it's an international movie. It's not a U.S. movie.
Yeah, it'll do well internationally, I think. I don't think it'll do that well U.S. It's still going to be running in the shadow of the Avengers, so I'd be impressed if it gets over 200 U.S.
But it's an R-rated action film, and those can kind of sneak up on you. We haven't had a really good one of those in a while.
And we still won't.
No, this is good. Really good. So
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be great in the way cult classics are great, which is to say it's not going to do that great in the theaters, but the DVDs, the streaming sales, and stuff like that is going to take it over the top. It's going to be an amazing cult following, but it's not going to do amazing in the theaters.
Have you seen the recent previews of this?
I think it looks great.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
This, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago they did a Speed Racer movie, and everybody's like, "Oh, cool, like Speed Racer," and then it came out, and people were like, "What the was that?"
I am going to shock you and tell you that I actually liked Speed Racer.
Speed Racer was very underrated for its time.
Yeah, I agree.
You have to remember that at the time, the great pairing of the Wachowski brothers was going through a difficulty at that time, and one brother was becoming a sister, and was not fully focused on the production values of that show. Despite that, it still came out to be
it's a gorgeous movie,
cool movie that is visually stunning.
Yeah, and when you consider what the source material was a Japanese anime, it was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Yeah.
So my prediction on Mad Max is that
and that's
it will do all its money in the first 2 weeks, and then it will be a flop.
Mm.
And I think Keith is going to be right.
No.
Streaming and the other sales are going to be what carry this movie, but I think its box office is going to be abysmal.
Mm. Wow. All right, moving on. May 15th. Are you listening, ladies? Because the pitches are back. My wife cannot get enough of Pitch Perfect.
Oh my god.
So much so that they have made Pitch Perfect 2. This will be another one that I'll end up going to.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Being directed by Elizabeth Banks, who you know from Hunger Games and 40-Year-Old Virgin, comic actress. And they're back this time. They're in a worldwide competition for a cappella supremacy. Now, this movie also has an advantage in that it's going to be the female and young teen girl alternative to the Avengers and Mad Max. This movie, regardless of what you think about it, is going to do crazy business.
Yes.
This film will make at least... This film, I guarantee you, will make at least $200 million worldwide.
Oh, God,
for
no.
a comedy. Worldwide.
Yes.
Worldwide.
Worldwide. Maybe hitting 200 million worldwide, and that is not a success.
Oh, for a comedy, it is. Absolutely, it is.
For this movie, that would be fine.
It might be good for that movie, but you can't call that a blockbuster.
Oh,
yeah,
no. You absolutely can. You absolutely can.
No.
For a comedy to get over $150 million, that makes it a blockbuster. A comedy.
This will
be this summer's Bridesmaids in terms of its business.
It'll
just keep going and going.
Series, right?
No, second.
No.
Bridesmaids did way more than 200 million. Way more. I don't remember what the numbers were, but it hit at least 5 worldwide.
So
This come close to that.
So maybe what we should be doing is saying money-wise, it's a blockbuster. Maybe ratings-wise, you think it's a bust. Is that what you're telling me?
Bridesmaids, 289 million worldwide.
That's it?
Yep.
Really?
Yep. I'm telling you.
And that's considered a blockbuster?
That's a blockbuster. For a comedy, that's a blockbuster. I'm telling you.
I don't like qualifiers. I don't think there's for a comedy it's a blockbuster because there have been comedies that have done like big numbers. So that's ridiculous.
No, that's the high.
You can't go for a comedy. No, you can't be for.
I defy you to
film.
go back and tell me what the highest grossing comedy of all time is. And I guarantee you, Bridesmaids is in the top 5.
Well, it may be in the top 5, but it doesn't make it a blockbuster.
That if it's in the top 5, it was
qualified
due to the timing of the release.
There's no asterisks.
It is not in the top 5.
It could also be due to the fact that Bridesmaids is a damn good movie.
It is not a good movie.
Wow!
Not a good movie. I couldn't even finish it.
Bridesmaids?
I
No.
couldn't even finish the movie. I was
Oh
just
my
so
gosh.
annoyed and bored with it that I
I
turned
don't
it
know
off.
what I'm. I don't
Yes,
know.
the Jeremy has spoken on this one.
Yeah.
All right, let's push forward. May 22nd
The
comes
Garamith.
the first official. Now Marvel is Disney, but their official Disney release is coming May 22nd, and that's Tomorrowland. George Clooney stars as a scientist and travels to a mythical tidal city of Tomorrowland, where the finest minds try to design a new and better society. This is boasting Avatar-like special effects. Guys, what do you think is going to happen with Tomorrowland?
Oh, wait a second. Avatar-like special effects were cool when Avatar was out. But
Yeah.
that's, what, 10 years now?
Now they've
Could
become
you use
affordable.
10-year-old special effects to make this one a great movie?
Mm,
Come on. Clooney's done.
I
Clooney's over.
don't think he's done.
He's done.
But-
He's done in anything except a rom-com. He's done.
Clooney? No. He's still
Done.
got. This is
Well, you know what? He's got more in 15 years when he's really kind of got that old grizzled face going.
I don't
Yeah,
know. He's
like
got that. He's got that
and
really
he's got
goofy
some
look.
real character to his voice. He'll come back and be a superstar then.
No,
But
because
for
he's got
now-
that. He's got that goofy smile.
Yeah,
that you
for
can't
now
take
he's
seriously.
done.
Listen,
He's
he'll always be Bruce Wayne. No one can take that away from him.
He's done.
True.
uh,
So you guys
He
are all
wasn't
saying
even
this
the
is,
best. He wasn't even the best Bruce Wayne.
so you're saying this is going to be a
The best
bust.
Bruce Wayne.
That's a bust.
Yeah, it's a bust.
It's a bust. It looks like it has potential, but I think it's gonna just fall.
Yeah, it's gonna suck.
I think that this probably will end up being a bust at the box office because there's so many other movies in front of it that people may be kind of movied out by the end of May, and you're getting into like Memorial Day weekend, and but I think this movie will probably see more of its success.
That is
it's
a Memorial
DVD.
Day weekend release. So
It'll be a real big on the weekend, and then nothing.
Memorial Day weekend release, but it's got better movies that are also playing over Memorial Day weekend.
yeah.
So the fact that it's a release isn't going to help it any.
All right, so May 22nd also coming, our second remake of the first remake. We had a sequel. We had Fury Road 2. Another remake. How's that? May 22nd, Poltergeist with Sam Rockwell.
Boy, this movie had the potential to be awesome, but it's really being released at a bad time against a bad bunch of movies. They should have saved this for the winter.
Well,
I
save this for like late
disagree.
July or August when
Well, yeah, not this
Avengers
winter.
is left.
Star Wars is going to be out this winter. But
No,
a
it's late. It's a late summer release, I
a
think.
late summer or regular winter release would have been fine for it.
I don't think it will do well
Where
to
it is
begin with,
now,
but
it's
it
gonna
might. It might make a comeback after summer.
This is going to be one of those movies that hangs around the theaters for a long time. It's coming a few weeks after Avengers, and the people that are going to go see Poltergeist are a very specific segment of an audience, and there's nothing else coming out.
They're old people like us.
There's no horror movies.
Yeah, there's nothing in that genre coming out. So if you like that genre, this is it. So it will do well just because of that.
I think the 40+ age group that saw the original in the theater and really loved it will definitely come out and see it. So I think it's going to do better than other things. I don't know if I'd call it a blockbuster.
No, not a blockbuster.
I'm thinking maybe 250 US is going to be all it's going to do at best.
I think it's going to hang
that's
around
way-
until August, though.
I don't think it'll make half that at US.
Really, you know?
Yeah.
I bet it will.
No.
I bet it will, just because the baby boomers and the 40-something crowd is gonna come out for it.
Yeah. All right. May 29th. Aloha. Cameron Crowe directing a Hawaii set romantic dramedy with Bradley Cooper as a military contractor overseeing a satellite launch who falls for a high-energy Air Force watchdog played by Emma Stone.
Yeah, I'm with you on this one.
I already lost interest.
Yeah.
Can we move on to the next one?
Yeah, it's good. No, I should say it does have Rachel McAdams, Bill Murray, Andy McBride.
What was that movie? I didn't even get the name of it for the notes.
Aloha.
It's not going to
Okay.
do. It's not even going to make
Bust.
its money back.
Bust
That's
and
what's
bust
next.
and bust.
Yeah,
and
let's move on.
bankrupt.
All right, May 29th. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in San Andreas. In this action adventure, he goes toe to toe with a magnitude 9 earthquake. Let me break the spoilers to
The
you.
Rock
In
versus
The Rock
an
versus a magnitude 9 earthquake, nature always wins.
What's next?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it going to be The Rock as the giant scorpion man?
No.
No.
Then forget it. Yeah, it's not going to work.
Yeah.
There was one, oh god, I can't remember what the name of it was. It was about like volcanoes erupting all over the U.S. that came out.
Yeah, it's called Volcano.
No, it was it had a different name, and it was just wretched. This is
Dante's
gonna be like
Peak
that.
was one that.
Dante's Peak.
No.
Yeah, something like that.
All right,
I think I remember what you're talking about. It's a really old movie.
No, it's not that old. It was like I said, it was within the last 5 years.
Nah, no, you're
yeah,
high.
I know what you're talking about.
It's terrible. Move on.
All right, so
Yeah,
June
this is also not going to make it.
going into June, the first guy comedy, I think, Entourage. The boys pick up where their HBO show left off. Now, I never watched Entourage.
Yeah,
I never watched it.
Great show.
I don't know if you can call this a guys' comedy.
It's a girls' comedy.
It's a girls'
Entourage?
comedy starring guys.
Oh yeah, it's a girls' show.
Yeah,
Alright.
it was built for women.
I think this will be one that will be like a shooting star. It's going to catch a lot of fire in the first weekend, maybe second weekend. It'll make its 100 million in the first 10 days, and then it'll just fizzle.
Yeah, it's going to fizzle because the user reviews are going to come out and say that it sucks.
Yeah.
So
I'm-
you're right. It'll make its money back. It'll clear 100 million, just like you said, in 10 days, and then it's going to be gone. It'll be out of the theaters in a month.
It might be out of the theaters in a month, but I think it's going to do at least 150 million. And I think it's going to do a little better than you guys think, because Entourage was a very popular show on HBO, and I'm looking forward to it.
It was a very popular show, but I don't think it's going to translate to movies well.
It's going to be like that.
It's going to die.
It's going to be like, what is that? Sex and the City. They had a long.
That's
run
exactly what happened in Sex and City, though, when it came in the theaters. It did crazy business the first week or two, and then it was basically.
And then it was done. Yeah,
but they did another one.
They did because it made a profit.
It made its money back in the first 10 days, but it was far from a blockbuster.
Yeah.
Anyway,
No, this is not a blockbuster, but it's 150 million.
Oh.
I don't think it's
also, but between the movies here, I'd like to add that this beer is really, really good.
I know.
Beer is better than Blockbuster.
and it's 7%. I'm in love with this beer.
This is a great beer.
All right,
Bed, and it's gonna be very sad. when it's
June
gone.
5th.
Just down to a few swallows.
June 5th. If you hadn't had enough of sequels, here comes Insidious Chapter 3.
Let's move on.
It rewinds this time for a prequel set before the terror of the Lambert family, and who cares?
Yeah, move on.
Yeah, move on.
June 5th, Melissa McCarthy in her latest Paul Feig movie, their third movie, Spy. She plays Susan Cooper, a CIA analyst thrust headlong into the world of international espionage in order to prevent an arms dealer, Rose Byrne, from inciting disaster.
So-
Jason Statham, Bobby Cannavale, Allison Janney, and Jude Law. I think
Nope.
this could be a sleeper.
No.
So you said this comes out June 5th?
5th.
Yeah.
Okay, so June 7th, we can watch this on Netflix.
I say this will be. I'm allowed to use my qualifier, so I think for a comedy, this will be a blockbuster.
Nope.
It'll make 150 US.
Nope. Your last comedy, asterisk blockbuster, will do more than this.
Yeah.
Wait, that's supposed to be a comedy?
Yeah, it's a comedy.
Oh, more.
Which makes it even worse.
All right,
Yeah,
here we
it's
go.
even worse.
All right, now I'm really curious as what you say about this one. June 12th.
Mhm.
It's in what, 10 years, 12 years?
Our birthday weekend, Rob.
That's right. 10 years,
Bring it
12
on.
years since we've gone back to the dinosaurs. Jurassic World opens June 12th. This time with Guardians of the Galaxy's Chris Pratt, who
That's right.
plays a surly dino wrangler. This time, what makes this one different is that the velociraptors in this film are actually trained by him and serve as his pack that helps him.
They are the good guys.
That's right.
Wait, so they couldn't even come up with a new dinosaur to make?
No, they
This
do.
is about-
They do.
They create a brand new hybrid called Indominus Rex
Yeah.
that, of course, goes crazy. Now, the difference with Jurassic World is that, if you recall, Jurassic Park was in the pre-stages of getting ready to open. This has the
fully
park
functional.
open. There are
Yeah.
plenty of people on this island now. What's going to happen?
This is
Oh,
what
can we
everybody's
guess?
going to go to see after the Avengers high wears off,
Yeah.
and they're going to want to see another movie.
Yep.
This is perfectly placed,
And
perfectly
Chris Pratt,
timed,
Chris
and
Pratt has star
boy,
power.
be an amazing movie. This is easily going to do Avengers numbers.
No! Oh my God! Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Oh
whoa.
no! Oh yeah!
Whoa,
It's gonna.
Whoa!
You're gonna
Keith.
see this thing push 500 US. I
Keith.
guarantee it. I
Oh,
guarantee it.
Keith.
Money on it. Money right now. This thing will push 500.
Keith.
Yeah.
This will make 500.
This
No,
will make
it'll make 500 worldwide. It will not.
US.
It'll make 250 US.
No.
Worldwide
No.
500.
No.
This-
If this doesn't do over 400 US, I will shave my head.
All right. Whoa!
I cannot
How
wait.
about
for
you
this.
shave your beard?
Okay, we need to put a time frame around this. At what
Yeah.
point do you shave your head?
I have
Labor,
500 million
Labor Day.
in a month, in 6 weeks. What's the?
No, give it to
No,
give it
but I
full
mean by
summer,
the end
give
of
it
its
to Labor
run.
Day.
Yeah, Labor Day.
Labor
yeah,
Day.
easily.
Okay.
I don't have
So you
any
say it's
problem
going to make-
because it's going to do 400 in a month.
All right. So wait. I have you
No.
on record as saying this movie will do $500 million US.
US, yeah.
Okay.
I will say it was pushing 500 is what I was saying. It'll easily do 4. So I don't know. What do you want to call that? We want to call that 450?
Well, you said 500 first.
Yeah, you said
I
500.
said it would push 500. So
Let's
actually,
rewind the tape.
actually, you
know what?
said
I
it
got
would do.
confidence in.
You said
I
it would
got
do
confidence
Avengers
in it.
numbers, is what
It'll
you
do
said.
Avengers.
first.
Well, I honestly think Avengers is going to do 6.
Oh, yeah, at least.
You
US.
keep
So
moving the goalposts.
I think
It's
I
going
think
to do at
Avengers-
least $5.
It's going to
Yeah.
hit 5. It's going to hit 5.
$5.
All right, we'll see.
Let's move on. We can't get to
All
all
right,
three.
so Pixar, the Pixar film Inside Out, comes out June 19th, and basically we go inside the mind of a young girl, and who doesn't want to do that?
Not
And
me.
we have 5 different emotions played by different characters: Joy, Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith, Bill Hader, Louis Black. That's great casting, and
Yeah.
Mindy Kaling. It's Pixar. It's a unique concept. It's going to be huge numbers. It's going to be
Yeah,
gigantic.
it's a kids movie right as school ends.
Yeah.
It's the
So-
first kids movie of the summer season. It's going
Yeah.
to do big numbers.
It'll be huge.
I put this at probably
It's Pixar.
250.
It might
Pixar
actually be good too.
Even Pixar's crappy movies are great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
And,
what?
and being the first one out of the gate after school ends, come on. There's
Yeah.
nothing. It's gonna do big numbers.
All right, I'm going to
They
skip
know
the
they
next
know how
one.
to tell a story.
June
Is it-
26th. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say that's gonna be in the animated film Oscar running.
Yeah, I agree
Probably,
with it.
yeah.
It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge.
All right.
It's gonna be huge for animation and kids movies.
All right,
I'll ask her.
the number one teddy bear R-rated film of all time was Ted.
Ugh.
And Ted 2
Ugh.
comes to a theater near you on June 26th. Let me tell you that as many people who pumped up Ted to me and said I had to see this movie, I watched it and I think I laughed maybe twice.
Yeah.
It
The
was
problem
horrible. It was
is-
stupid.
Middle America. Forgive
is-
me for saying so. Rednecks love this film, so it's gonna do big numbers. It's gonna fade fast because
Yeah,
it's
all
gonna
the-
really suck.
All the Family Guy
But-
fans.
But it's gonna do big numbers in its first 2 weeks out.
Yeah. it will. You're right.
So for a comedy, asterisk, 150 maybe pushing 2 at best.
Mm.
Fade out.
I just think they probably they probably used up all the good jokes in the first one, and that's saying
Well, yeah,
there wasn't
but
much
that's
there.
okay. They could recycle all those jokes, and all those people would still laugh at it.
Okay.
It's not an intellectual film. It is the Middle America film. It is your people that forget to vote for president's film.
Yeah. All right, boys. You have anything quick to say about Ted 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
People who can't be bothered to vote will go to Ted 2.
I almost can't bring myself to talk about this next one, but I will. July 1st. Terminator Genesis. Folks, I am probably one of the more rabid Terminator fans that you will see. I love Terminator. Love the Terminator movies. I love the first two, of course. The second movie being the best of all the Terminator movies. I even liked Terminator 3. I even liked Terminator 4 with Christian Bale. I even sort of dug it, kind of a little. Terminator Genesis. Oh, can we? I mean, I'm in Keith territory of can we please just come up with something new?
Yeah, it's the wrong movie and it's positioned at the wrong time. Again, maybe if it were an average winter movie season that didn't have Star Wars in it, you might see good numbers for it over the winter when nothing else is going on. But
yeah, that being said,
in the middle of summer with a blockbuster lineup like this,
yeah,
got to be fucking kidding me.
It'll whoa, stamp the explicit tag on this one. No, that being said,
7% beers will do to me.
Now that being said, it is the Terminator franchise. It will do $300 million US. It will.
No
It
way.
will. It will.
It will. It will not be a blockbuster. It will be a flop, even with the Terminator name.
I'm not calling it a blockbuster.
And it will be the death knell to the Terminator series. It is done at this.
Well, I definitely think that. But
it will not do 200 US.
It'll 300 million US, easy.
It will not do 200 US.
Wow, you might have to shave your
head.
head
I hope
too,
somebody is recording all this.
Yeah.
And write it down.
All right.
Because this will be a fun recap show on later.
Guys, once you pipe up, I'm going to go on.
Everything's in the show notes. So are we calling that a bust or a blockbuster?
That's going to be a
total bust.
Blockbuster in terms of box office, bust in terms of film. All right. July 1st.
Bust. It's all about the bust.
Listening, ladies, Magic Mike XXL. More strippers for you.
Oh, that's just bust all the way.
They'll do big money because it's strippers and it's chicks.
I don't know if that'll even do.
It'll do decent money because it's the only thing out for chicks right now.
Yeah.
Everything else will have been closed by now because it sucked out. So this will be the only chick film in the theater.
Yeah. All right. So July
it'll
10th,
do 100, 120.
That's
July 10th, The Gallows horror movie. Who cares? July 10th, Minions. These Minions off of Despicable. I will tell you, if you haven't seen it, I'm sure Keith has, and anyone with young children has seen Despicable Me probably a zillion times. Despicable Me is a damn funny movie.
It is.
And the Minions are probably one of the most funny parts of it.
The Minions are awesome.
That's going to go crazy.
It's a kid movie, and it's a full month after the last Kids movie,
Yep.
so that'll be fading. So this will do well.
Yeah, the Minions will do great business. Minions are huge.
U.S.
Okay.
It's a good one.
Selfless, July 10th. Ryan Reynolds, Ben Kingsley, who's Gandhi. He's a dying man. He has his conscience transferred into the body of a younger man. Ryan Reynolds, blah, 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 blah. Okay, moving on. July 17th.
I want to like everything that Reynolds does, but yeah, this is going to be crap.
It's going to suck and suck. It'll get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah.
Second Marvel
why
movie.
he isn't doing better movies, I don't know.
Second Marvel movie, July 17th, Ant-Man.
Yes! This will be huge. This will be not Avengers huge, but it'll be almost Guardians of the Galaxy huge.
I will just say that this movie kind of scares me a little.
It does, and it should. But you know what? Guardians of the Galaxy proved that the ridiculous will work with a Marvel name, and it's far enough after Avengers. If you didn't go see what we said would do well there after Avengers, then you will go see this. And it definitely will do well.
I just can't see a shrinking dude as a superhero. But
300 US.
I will of course go see it. It will be a blockbuster, of course. It will be.
Any
300
comic
million
book,
US.
any
without
comic book movie right now is just going to explode. It
Well,
doesn't matter.
Nah,
I'll
I think
qualify
it's
any
gonna be
Marvel comic movie.
Yeah, I think it's
Sure.
got to be Marvel because DC comic stuff is off the rails right now, and it's not going to do well.
All right, so July 17th, Trainwreck. Amy Schumer plays a thoroughly modern girl who likes living the carefree life of one-night stands until she meets an upstanding doctor played by Bill Hader. So it's kind of the reverse guy who just loves sex and the woman who tries to reform him. It's the reverse of that. Okay, well, here's what I'm going to say about this. This movie is going to be the comedy hit of the summer. Amy Schumer is a freaking funny girl chick.
What date does this come out?
July 17th. There's no comedies around it.
So mid July. It's an alternative to Ant-Man.
Yep.
Yeah, it'll pick up
Good
steam.
date movie.
Only
Date
because everybody who wanted to go see Ant-Man is going to have to go see this with their wife. So it'll do 100, 120, possibly 150 because there's nothing else out. But that's it.
Comedy hit of the summer. I'm telling you right now.
I can't see this being the comedy hit in the summer. I cannot. But maybe it is because there's no other good comedies out.
All right, I'm skipping Paper Towns. July 24th, another probably big comedy hit, Pixels. It's based on a viral short film. It supposes that a race of aliens who, kind of like think back to Galaxy Quest, where alien society kind of copies what they see from a television show from Earth. They basically get signals of our 8-bit video games from the 1980s and use that imagery to come back to try to take over the world. So Pac-Man, Donkey Kong, Joust, Defender, it's going to be that kind of craziness.
If I could
Kevin
pick,
James, go ahead.
No, go ahead and read off the.
Kevin James, Adam Sandler, Michelle Monaghan, Josh Gad, and of course my favorite character from Game of Thrones, Peter Dinklage. They're hoping to kickstart this into a franchise, and it'll probably do decent business. But
even though it has Adam Sandler in it, who I never want to hear speak ever, if I could pick one movie to see all year, it would be this.
Really?
Wow! It got
thinking-
the Jeremy Brooks
I'm
seal
thinking
of approval.
This movie
80 video
has
games.
so much potential to be awesome, but even the Dinklage can't save it.
Yeah, it'll probably suck.
It's going to suck. It has a beautiful concept. It probably could have done well with a different director and a different cast, but being that where it is this year with such a good full lineup for the summer, it's not going to do well. There's going to be other things to see. People are going to go see Avengers for the 4th time rather than see this thing. It's going to blow.
Okay, skipping past the next two because they're dumb. July 31st, the latest installment in Mission Impossible. That's right, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The last one, Ghost Protocol, was, in my opinion, the best of the franchise, honestly. And
Is this still got a Tom Cruise attached to it?
Yeah.
Okay, it'll do well.
It'll do great. I mean, it'll do really, really well. And
It's far enough away from Avengers.
Mission Impossible movies are films that I just go in and turn my brain off, and that's not a bad thing.
No, they're action candy, and they'll do all right. It'll do 200 million US.
Yeah. All right.
I'm with you.
It's going to be a blockbuster, but it's going to do solid.
How long has it been since you've seen a vacation movie, a National Lampoon's Vacation movie? Well, July 31st brings you back to the Griswolds. That's right, Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo this time are the grandparents as Ed Helms, The Office's Ed Helms, The Hangover's Ed Helms plays Rusty, their kid, who wants to take his family on a vacation to, you guessed it, Wally World.
Oh my God.
Ed Helms, Christina Applegate, Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Chris Hemsworth, Leslie Mann, Keegan-Michael Key.
I am so torn on this one because
no one
the
under the age
cast
of
is
40 is going to
good.
go see it.
Yeah.
The cast is good. The Chevy Chase is ripe for a breakout hit because nobody expects him to now, and he's still brilliant. But
Ooh, that's a
I
bridge too
think
far.
this
It
property,
probably It probably
It's probably
won't.
too old for them
Probably
to
won't do
capitalize on
well
it.
at the box office, but I bet it's going to be a funny movie.
Yeah, I bet it's going to be a cult classic. Yeah,
It will be a hit with
it will
anyone
be
over
shown.
40.
Well,
Over
yeah.
40.
No.
Well, that's a majority of the population, though. You got to remember that now.
It's true.
I think that
that's good numbers if that's what you're saying. But I don't think it's going to do that well. I think this will do really well on airplanes and in old folks' homes.
do we know what this is rated? Doesn't say.
It's going to be
PG-13.
maybe
Yeah.
PG-13.
So Ed Helms has a lot of. I mean, there's a lot of young people that are really, really like The Office. So I think that they're going to
And The
pull
Hangover.
in. And The Hangover.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to actually pull in a lot of high school and college-age kids into this movie, and I think it's actually going to be kind of a sleeper. It's going to do really well.
It'll be decent. It'll be
The
decent.
problem with that is all those same kids have watched VCR tapes growing up of National Lampoon movies, and they hate them because their
No,
parents
they
laughed at them and they didn't. They hate them all.
No,
So they're not going
no.
to see it.
No, my kids watch Christmas Vacation every year, and they enjoy it.
I love
Um,
Christmas.
Oh, come on now.
I know, yeah, it's no. I think
Christmas
I think
Vacation probably being the best of them, but come on. I mean, if you ever tried to show them European Vacation,
no.
they'd hate you for it. They'd probably move out.
Who would do that? That's just mean. No, I think that this movie is actually going to feature Ed Helms and not Chevy Chase, and Chevy Chase is going to be a secondary character, and that's what's going to make this movie appeal to younger people.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
We're coming in August to the home stretch now. Long before I was an Avengers fan, Justice League, Batman, Superman, long before that, I was a Spider-Man and Fantastic Four fan. Love the Fantastic Four.
Yep.
The most recent franchise, though, was just absolutely bug crazy horrendous.
Yep.
Sucked.
And August 7th, we're going to get a reboot of the Fantastic Four. And I look at this, and I'm...
And who's doing it?
Okay, so we have Miles Teller, who was in just in the really, really great...
No, I mean, what production company's doing it?
Oh, it's Sony.
It's a Sony film.
Yeah, because they own Fantastic Four.
Okay, no, I didn't remember.
All
I
right,
knew
but
it was DC
the one hope I hold out for the Fantastic Four is that it's being directed by Josh Trank. And if you don't know who Josh Trank is, he did the incredible sleeper everyday teenage kid superhero movie Chronicle a couple of years ago. Chronicle, if you have not seen it, is a great movie. And that kind of has me holding out some hope. Just a little bit. But
this is a comic book movie after the Avengers is gone. After what was the other one? After Ant-Man is out.
Ant-Man.
It's going to do well.
But Ant-Man's still going to be running.
Yeah, I'll still be around.
I think it'll do well.
And probably
People will want
It's
more
coming out in
action
the
comics.
shadow of Ant-Man, and I think Ant-Man is going to be a breakaway hit.
That's a month
think
after.
I think this is not going to be a breakaway hit. I would love for it to be one. I would love for it to be awesome, and it may in fact be awesome, but I don't think anybody's going to go to it because the Fantastic Four, the last one, is still going to be fresh enough in anybody's mind that they're just going to be like, we could go see Ant-Man again.
Listen, the thing that was great about the Fantastic Four
we
in
could
the
watch
comics
Mad Max on DVD.
was that it was a superhero team that operated amongst the rest of us, that still did their business, that still interacted with all of us. That was what the really cool part of Fantastic Four was in the comics. And if they can capture that kind of feeling with it, then great. But I'm really hesitant.
I'm skeptical.
All right.
I'd be impressed if it does too.
August
I'm
7th. I'm almost done. August 7th, Masterminds. Zach Galifianakis, Kristen Wiig as armored car drivers who get mixed up in a plan by career criminal Owen Wilson to steal $17 million. Heist movie, comedy.
I'd go see this over Fantastic Four just for Owen Wilson.
Well, and I love Zach Galifianakis and Kristen Wiig. I think they're both great.
It'll do well.
This movie sounds like a paycheck to me.
There's
the money.
Yeah.
So let's skip that one. And the last one on our list is The Man from U.N.C.L.E.
a remake of a early 1960s spy movie with Henry Cavill, who played Superman, Man of Steel, and Armie Hammer, who was in the Lone Ranger movie and
Which blue?
who's in the Facebook movie.
Which blue?
Yeah. It's being directed by Guy Ritchie, who did the Sherlock Holmes movies, which I like.
Which those are good. They didn't do well in the box office though.
So, I mean, this will be towards the end of the summer. Everyone's probably going to be kind of burned out on movies. Everybody's getting ready to go back to school. It'll do decent money, but it won't be anything big.
I saw a preview of this in the theater. I don't know, sometime. I don't remember. Anyway, I was like, oh, this actually looks good, and then I realized it was directed by Guy Ritchie. And I was like, yeah, no, I'm gonna pass.
Yeah.
I really don't.
You know, if Get Smart had been any good in the theater, I would have high hopes for
I
this.
so want to Get Smart to be good.
I wanted Get Smart to be good, and then I would have
That's
had
one of my
faith.
kids' favorite movies.
I mean, Steve Carell was perfect for Get Smart, and it was just such a bad film.
Yeah, it was not a great movie.
Hilarious.
And Man from U.N.C.L.E. is not going to be a great film. It's positioned in the right spot, though, where it could be let's go see something before we go back to school, before we go back to college film.
Yeah, I don't want to see Avengers again.
So and it's a comedy, and it's kind of in the right spot because we watched action movies all summer. So it could actually be a breakaway hit.
Yeah, this film's going to kind of be like a
any of them are going to be comedy of the summer, I would peg this one to do it.
This is going to suck, and it's going to flop.
I'm not optimistic.
You don't put movies like that at the end of the summer hoping it's going to be a huge blockbuster. You're just hoping to make your money back.
Well, this is the thing, is that's where it's going to be as a sleeper hit.
All right.
If this is actually funny, it's going to spread word of mouth, and it's going to be as a sleeper hit.
All right, so
Keith is drunk.
So I think we're all agreed.
But I don't think you're any more sober. Damn it!
Hey, trying to tie this up in a bow because we're about to go off the air. I think we're all agreed that the Avengers is going to be a huge hit. Guys, can you do your picks in 30 seconds or less?
I can. I'm ready.
So, Jeremy, what's yours?
Mine is Storehouse, which is an application for iOS that lets you tell stories with pictures and videos and words. Very cool. Check it out. Storehouse.
Gary.
Mine is Daredevil, the Marvel Netflix combination movie.
Loving that series. So far.
It's great. They do a great job. If you haven't already watched the whole season of it yet, then you probably should just go turn it on now and watch it.
Oh God, it's awful.
And the way that they're weaving it into
I've not seen the whole thing, but they're doing so well.
The way they're weaving it into the Marvel world has been awesome.
Yep.
All right, my pick is Dead of Winter by Plaid Hat Games. It's a zombie apocalypse cooperative game where you're all trying to accomplish a common goal. However, each of you also has your own agenda that you're trying to accomplish in order for you to win the game. And there may just be a traitor in the midst. So there's a lot of finger pointing and accusations and lots of violence, and good fun ensues. So Dead of Winter has been a big hit with board gamers. Keith.
Okay. I have talked about this a million times, including the very last episode you may have heard, but I'm picking yet again Hearthstone, and it's because
oh my God,
really
new again stuff we've done here last time.
This is like the rehash of all the Hollywood script.
Now it's out on phones, so you don't have an excuse. They've tweaked the interface just enough to play it on the small screen. It's totally playable. It's totally fun. It is amazing to play on the phone. There is no excuse. You no longer need a tablet. You no longer need a PC. Play it on your phone. It's free. It's awesome. If you need tutorials, contact me. I will hook you up.
Keith, you're forever. You are forbidden from ever discussing Hearthstone again.
Yeah.
No third time you've had it as a pick.
Oh no, it's way more than that.
All right,
easily the fourth or fifth time.
We want to thank you for tuning in to the Pine of No Return show. I would just like it be on the record that this may be the first show I ever had where I did not mix up Gary and Jeremy. So there you go. Well on me. And to sum up, you definitely want to give Dawn of the Red a try. All of us gave it 10s across the board.
It's an amazing beer.
Really, really good beer for what it's trying to do.
Best buzz I've had in months.
Yeah. And go check out the movies. Let us know what you think the blockbusters are going to be for the summer. Tell Keith he's going to be horrendously wrong about his $500 million for what film was it?
You don't even remember.
Oh, that would
so
be
forgettable.
Jurassic World.
Oh,
Jurassic World.
Yeah.
It's gonna do it. It's gonna be
Anyway,
huge.
so thank you, folks at Alpha Geek. Give us some feedback, folks on the iTunes and the Twitter, and where else are we? YouTube and Stitcher, podcast apps, all over the place. Please don't play Hearthstone. Go check out Storehouse and
Don't play
Daredevil
Hearthstone. I'm gonna
and
pick it again.
Dead of Winter. Good night, everybody.